So, this is Maine, where we have a lot of fun. Today I picked raspberries and blueberries with my grandson Clay, and we are going to make a pie. Wild raspberries and blueberries. So this is going to be a standing session of 30 minutes to my clock, and this way I don't sit, it's low tide and I'm not going to sit in the mud. This beach is called Muddy Beach, and it has there's a 12-foot tide that comes in, so it goes way out, which it is now, it is low tide, and then when it's high tide it comes way in where the camera is situated. But the camera will not be swept away because that's going to happen many hours from now. So here we are. So let's begin by just finding yourself standing. It doesn't have to be in any Tadasana or in any way, just so you're just comfortable. Your legs can be out just a little bit, and we're just going to kind of swing back and forth and get a nice little twist, and you can look from side to side. Now, as you can imagine, Stella, who's been featured a lot in my yoga notes, she is in heaven here. I see her off to my right, rustling around in the weeds, rolling around, having a great time. And this is a place where you can really just be free in nature. So, just swapping your body back and forth, and let your head go. Hello, Stella! And slow it down a little bit. And then as you move into it, you can kind of bend your knees back and forth. And then slowly slow it down. Shake it out. Now point probably if you're mirroring me, your left foot out to the side. Bring the other one as if you're in your warrior two. So your right leg will be straight and the edge of that foot is on the edge of your mat. I don't have I'm not on a mat, but I'm just finding myself sinking into the mud, into the sand, and I raise my arms out and I look off to the right, gazing over those fingertips, breathing in and breathing out. In the warrior two. And here you can really feel the sense of horizon line arms. And behind me there is a horizon. You might see a lobster boat or two. You can bend into it, maybe stretch out just a little bit more. Right? You really feel, whoa, as my feet really sink into the mud. Gaze over those fingertips. Breathe into the warrior two. Inhaling and exhaling. Sinking into it a little bit more. Feeling the stretch. Now take your hands and bring them behind you and catch opposite elbow and opposite arm and just feel your shoulders roll back. You can look up. And then exhale, come forward. And just breathe into humble warrior. Dropping your head down so it's in the inside of your bent leg, your forward bent leg. Breathe in, breathe out, let the head go a little bit more. I might even just take my hat off and let my head go. Now straighten that leg, bring your hand down. Well, this is Mona. Hello, Mona. Yes, it's good to see you. Oh, yes, good kisses. Yes, oh, very good. Very good. Oh, you're pushing up against me, really seeing if I'm balanced. Would you like to do a little? Okay, now go. And then reach up and find your triangle pose. So you're planting your hand, your left hand, if you're mirroring me, on your straight forward leg, and reach up with the opposite. And you can just breathe into this and gaze up, breathing in and breathing out, reaching that arm really up to the sky, gazing down so both legs are nice and straight. And you can creep your hand down a little bit more. A nice stretch. And now come all the way up. Pivot your left foot in and your right foot out. And let's find the warrior on this side. And as I work my feet into the sand and I bend that leg, opening up my arms, gazing over my front fingertips, looking right and looking left, see that it's really splayed out, fingers, stretches really nice, it feels really good. Roll those shoulders, gaze over the front fingertips. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And now straighten that forward leg, and you're going to hinge over that front leg and plant your hand down, reaching up to the sky with your left arm. Your right hand is on your straightened leg now. And breathe. Now come all the way up. Grab a little invisible air here. Tuck that foot in. So now your both toes are facing forward. And you can bring your hands on your hips. You come forward here. Right? And as I come forward, I look down and I see all these beautiful rocks. And I can look at them and say, wow. And a little seaweed here. And have a little 10 fingers and drop your head down. And shake your head yes, and shake your head no. And now bring your right hand into the center on the floor with 10 fingers and lift that left arm up to the sky, giving yourself a nice little torso twist. You can rotate that wrist around a little bit. And then come down, plant that left hand and stream the right one up. Rotate that right wrist a little bit. Oh, and then come on down. And inhale, come with a long flat back. Exhale, float the head down. Really feel your straddle. Now walk your hands over to your left foot, pivoting your left foot so it's facing. And you're going to pivot your whole body. So now you're facing forward. You're in a nice little runner's lunge here, right? And here we can just straighten our forward leg and drop down, doing a little pulsing, and bend and look up. Exhale, straighten, drop the head down. Inhale, bend and look up. Again, straighten, bow down. Inhale, bend, look up. Straighten. Straighten. And bend that front leg. Beautiful. Now we're going to pop that back foot. Pop it down, heels down. We're going to come up into our warrior one. Here we are, warrior one. You can have a little sand on my fingers. Inhale the arms up, reaching up to warrior one. And bring the hands down. Pivot that back foot. Bring that back heel up so you're just really pressing into those back toes. And this feels really good because I'm pressing into the sand. It's really stabilizing me in a way that when you're standing just on a wood floor, it almost doesn't give you the give that this does. So I'm pressing in. Inhale the arms up. Breathing deeply. Bring the arms behind you. Thread the fingers. Stretch. Thread the fingers behind you. Stretch those shoulders. See if you can change your gaze, keeping your balance. Beautiful. Now bring your hands down. Bring your left hand out. We're going to come into half moon on this side, flexing that foot. Now you can stay right here if you'd like. Or if you want to go into a full half moon, stream that right arm up to the sky and breathe here. You can
can change your gaze, looking out or looking up. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the straightening your legs a little bit more, maybe opening up that hip a little bit. Maybe if you feel more comfortable bringing that hand on your waist. Now bring your hands down, swivel your hips forward, drop that foot down. Now we're going to walk our hands, hand over hand, over to the other foot. As we do that, we're going to swivel that right foot so now it's at a front angle. We're going to find ourselves where we're going to move all the way and we're going to pulse here. So either hand on your front foot and you're going to straighten, bow down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down towards your front leg with your front leg straight. And then bend that front leg and look up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Now let's come up to Warrior One on this side as we rise up to Warrior One. And here, for me, I see a totally different view. I see the long rocks, trees, spruce trees, just clinging to these rocks. How their roots can find a place, find some soil is beyond me. And if you like, you could thread your fingers and bring your index fingers together, do a high top over, bend into that front knee a little bit more, and really bow back. You're doing this outside, you'll be able to see the clouds. It's a gorgeous day in Maine. And now release your fingers. And as we did on the other leg, you're going to pivot that back foot so the heel comes up and the toes are all streamed forward towards the same direction. And inhale up. And bring their hands down now and thread them behind you, stretching your shoulders, keeping your balance. A little trickier on this side. And then you're going to come down, do half moon on this side. You're going to spring off that foot. So you're going to flex that foot. I'm sure it's covered with mud. That's good. It feels good. It feels good to have the feet in the earth in this way. And you can stay just here in a standing split, which is great. Or if you want to explore half moon, be my guest. So you really want to flex that foot that's in the air and then stream that arm up to the sky. And you can either gaze down for balance, which I'm going to do on this side because my left hip is a little bit compromised. It's my project, as they say. Exhale down. Bring that foot down. Now bring both feet together. Squish them in the sand. Feels really good. Inhale, look up to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Reverse swan dive all the way up. And bow down. Now you'll see a lobsterman, his boat, buzzing by. So impressed. They're out very early in the morning, working those lobster pots. And now we're going to inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, stream the hands all the way down and touch the ground. Inhale, look up to a flat back, and exhale, fold. Shake the head yes, and shake the head no. And from here, as I work my feet into the sand, when we plant you can plant whatever hand, your right or left. If you plant your right hand down, you'll be mirroring me. And plant your right hand down and swim that left arm up to the sky. Nice little twist here again. And exhale down. Plant that right hand down, swim. Or left hand down, swim. Right hand back. Exhale down. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, as you know, since I'm on the ground, I'm on the sand, I'm not going to go on the ground today. Keep it all standing poses. And exhale, bring the prayer straight to heart center. Just hold it here. And no matter where you are right now,
that sense of peace into the center of your heart. Close your eyes. Perhaps this is a time you can bring a word of intention into your practice. And now release. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to step out of my little sandy hole I made. Maybe I'll fill it in. Feels really good to be out so you can step into mud. Feel it in your feet, between your toes. Right? So now let's open up, let's swim our arms all the way up. Bow back. Exhale, stream the hands all the way down the center of your body. Plant your hands on the ground and look up, a nice flat back. Exhale, bring the left foot back. Drop that foot down, come up into warrior one. Now I'm going to have my back to you, but open up. Warrior two. Look left, look right. Bring the palms up. Inhale. Two peaceful warrior. Stretch. Just bend into that a little bit more. Stretch that arm. And that long stretch of the body. This arm slide down. Straighten that forward leg and lean back a little bit further. Exhale, bend that front leg, bend that front elbow, and bring your hand so it's right above that front knee. And swim that other hand up and over your heel. Reaching out a nice side angle. Use my back. You can see the pose. Breathe in and breathe out. I can see the ocean now. Beautiful horizon line. That shoulder a little bit more. Reach that arm all the way up. Grab a little air. Straighten that forward leg. And now we're going to bend that front knee, cartwheel our arms around in front of that front foot. Spring off that back foot so it meets the front. Come up to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. And bow down. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, look up to a flat back. And exhale, fold. Drop the head. Shake the head yes and no. Bring your left foot back. And bend that front knee and find your warrior one. Warrior one. Nice smile. That little hint of a smile is good now. In and breathing out. Open up, swivel open to warrior two. So you bring yourself so your hips are open. Your back foot moves a little bit so the edge of it is parallel to the back of the mat. And you look left, you look right. Find that warrior. And then inhale, come into peaceful warrior, letting your left hand slide down your leg. Your right arm goes up to the sky, keeping that front leg bent. And breathe. Smile. It's a glorious day. We're all in this together. Still being careful. Straighten that forward leg and bow back a little bit more. Now bend that front knee. Cartwheel your arms around so they're in on either side of that front leg. Swivel that back foot around. Spring off that back foot so it meets the front. Come to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Now let's bend our knees. Let's find our chair pose. Bending the knees. Come up into chair. Sink into it a little bit more. Rise those arms up.
Now bring the hands into prayer. Sink down a little bit more and swivel over to your left side, pressing your right elbow into the outside of your left leg. And press into it and you can gaze over that shoulder. And for some of us, we like to open up our arms nice and wide. Breathing in, breathing out. Woo. Nice twist. Keep your knees level together. Bring your palms back together. And then let's twist over to the other side. Again, excuse my back. Press into it, open up. And exhale, bring it down. Bring your hands together, straighten the forward leg, and look up. Exhale, fold down. Bend those knees, fold them down a little bit. And then reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. Arms together. And back. And breathe. So now we're going to release our hands. And for many of you, I'm going to read a poem, and I'm going to step out of my little sandy footprints here, and I'm going to grab my book and read to you a poem. And this poem was shared by someone I follow on Facebook, and his name is Nick Polezzi, and he wrote that about an Indian poet, Kalidasa, who was in, he'd say, around the 4th or 5th century AD, and this poem is beautiful, especially in this time where we're really holding out hope as we see that there are still lots of concerns that we have over the pandemic and having to stay social distanced and really not living the free life that we are accustomed to. And there are times where you can lose that sense of hope because we're constantly looking forward and hoping that there will be a change in the future, and we really, to be in the present is really what gives us the most hope. And this poem starts, "Look to this day, for it is life, the very breath of life. In its brief course lie all the realities of your existence, the bliss of growth, the glory of action, the splendor of beauty. For yesterday is only a dream, and tomorrow is but a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Look well, therefore, to this day." So, let me grab my hat, put it on my head. I hope this little brief yoga has brought some beauty to your day today. You know that I care about you all so much, and are sending you all lots and lots of love from Marsh Island.